He was 17 the first time I saw him digging through a trash bin like it was a grocery store. Not pretending. Not joking. Actually digging, like he had done it 100 times before. And for a second I just stood there, frozen, holding my untouched breakfast in my hand, thinking, there is no way this is real, there is no way someone my age is this hungry. His name was Evan Cole. He went to my school. Same grade. Same history class. Clean clothes. Polite. Quiet. The kind of kid teachers liked and nobody noticed. Which is why it messed me up so bad to see him there, behind the diner on Maple Street, knees on the ground, sleeves rolled up, pulling half-eaten sandwiches out of the trash like it was normal. The worst part. One of them was mine. He'd thrown it away that morning because I was too full. He picked it up, brushed it off, and took a bite. I don't think I breathed for a full 10 seconds. People talk about privilege like it's this abstract concept, like it's a political word, but in that moment it was just, me standing there with a warm jacket, a full stomach, and options, and him, eating my leftovers from a garbage can. He didn't say anything. He couldn't. I just turned and walked away, and for the rest of the day his face wouldn't leave my head. Everyone thought Evan lived in that old building across the street from my house. The one with the broken windows, the boarded doors, the no trespassing sign that nobody respected. We all joked about it being haunted, or a crack house, or some urban legend thing. Turns out, it was just a kid with nowhere else to go. That night, I packed a bag. Food. Water. A blanket. Soap. Shampoo. Toothpaste. It felt ridiculous, like I was playing house or pretending to be some hero in a movie, but I didn't take care. I just needed to do something. I waited until my parents were in the living room, arguing like usual, and slipped out the back door. I crossed the street like a criminal. Heart pounding. Hands shaking. Every sound too loud. He walked up to the broken window he always climbed through, set the bag down, and knocked on the wood. Then he ran. Not because I was scared of him, but because I was scared of being seen. I hid behind a tree, peeking like an idiot, watching him open the window and freeze when he saw the bag. He looked around, confused, then down at the food, and for just a second, his face did this thing I can't explain. Like hope scared him. Like he didn't trust it. He never saw me. But I saw everything. And somehow, he knew it was me anyway. The next morning he was waiting at the bus stop. Leaning against the pole like he just happened to be there, hands in his pockets, trying to look casual but failing hard. When I walked up, he straightened like a soldier. Hey, he said, was quiet. Ueme, thanks. He pretended not to know what he meant. He pretended not to care. Pride is a stupid thing. We rode the bus in silence, knees touching, neither of us moving. And I could feel him wanting to say more, and me wanting to ask everything, and both of us too scared to cross that invisible line. Later, he told me the truth. About his mom. About the drinking. The hitting. The way she would cry and then apologize like it was her fault. About how he tried to stop it once, and got thrown into a wall for his trouble. He was 14. 14 and already knew what it felt like to be powerless. I didn't tell him about my house that day. I wasn't ready. Because from the outside, my life looked perfect. Big house. With a fence. Dad on the city council. Mom in designer clothes. Family dinners with fake smiles and forced laughter. From the outside, we were the family people wanted to be. From the inside, it was a war zone. My father wasn't allowed in public. He was charming. Polished. Respected. At home, he was precise. Controlled. Man. He never hit me. It just destroyed everything around me. My mom. My confidence. The air in the room. So when Evan told me about his mother, about the bruises, about the nights he slept in that broken building because it was safer than home, something cracked open inside me. It didn't just feel bad for him. He recognized him. People started whispering. About the smell. About the way his clothes never quite looked right. About the fact that he never ate lunch. One day a guy behind us in class muttered, "Dude smells like trash." Evan's shoulders dropped. Just collapsed. That was it for me. Come to my place after school, I said, before my brain could stop my mouth. He blinked. What? You can shower. Eat. It's fine. It wasn't fine. I knew it wasn't. But I also knew I didn't take care. I stood in my bathroom like it was a museum. Afraid to touch anything. Afraid to mess it up. I gave him my dad's old shirt and watched him change like it was a transformation scene in a movie. When he came out, he looked different. Not just clean. Lighter. We ate on the floor, watching some dumb comedy, laughing too loud, too hard, like we were trying to make up for something they both lost. He told me he was joining the Navy. He told him I wanted to open a flower shop. He laughed. Actually laughed. Of course you do, he said. You're like, soft. But in a strong way. No one had ever said that to me before. No one had ever seen me like that before. And then my father came home early. I still remember the sound of the car in the driveway. The way my stomach dropped. The way my hands went cold. Go, I whispered. Window. Now. Evan didn't argue. He didn't ask questions. He just moved. We got away with it that time. We didn't get away with it forever. The day he found us. He knew before he even opened the door. The air changed. That's the only way I can explain it. It was like the house held its breath. The door slammed. Footsteps. Heavy. Fast. Then he was there. My father's face twisted in a way he'd never seen before, like something ugly had finally been given permission to show. He grabbed Evan by the collar and dragged him off the bed like he weighed nothing. Get out of my house, he said, voice low and shaking. Evan didn't fight. He didn't even speak. The first punch came out of nowhere. He screamed. He don't even remember what I said. He just remembers screaming his name and begging and grabbing at my father's arm like that would somehow stop him. It didn't. Punch after punch. The sound was wrong. Too loud. Too wet. Evan tried to curl in on himself. Tried to protect his head. Tried to survive. And then, he stopped moving. My father froze. Looked down. Then stepped back like they just dropped something. Get him out, he said. I don't ever want to see him again. The door slammed. And just like that, Evan was gone. From my house. From my life. From everything. He knelt on the floor and held his blood on my hands and understood, in that moment, that love doesn't protect you. It just gives the pain a name. 10 years later, I would stand in that same house, in that same room, staring out the window at that old building across the street. And it wouldn't be broken anymore. And neither would I, not yet. But I didn't know that then. All I knew was that something inside me had died, and something else had started. Something angry. Something tired. Something that would one day refuse to be quiet. And that is where the real story begins. I didn't leave town right away. People think you pack a bag, slam a door, and that's it. But leaving is never that clean. It's slow. It's quiet. It's made of 1,000 tiny goodbyes you don't even realize you're saying. He finished school. He kept my head down. He stopped smiling. And one morning, I looked at my mother's reflection in the kitchen window, at the way her shoulders curved inward like she was apologizing for existing, and I thought, if I stay, I will become her. So I left. Boston didn't feel like freedom at first. It felt loud. Crowded. Indifferent. Which, honestly, was perfect. He got a tiny apartment with walls so thin I could hear my neighbor sneeze. He worked at a coffee shop in the mornings and a bookstore at night. He slept in between like it was a chore. He didn't talk about home. He didn't talk about Evan. He didn't talk about anything that mattered. And then one night, I climbed onto the hospital rooftop because I needed air, and met Lucas Reed. He was already there, passing, hands in his hair, muttering to himself like the world had personally offended him. He almost left. Then he kicked over a chair. Hard. The sound echoed and he froze, like they'd forgotten other humans existed. He turned, saw me, and for a second his face did this, scrambled, like he was trying to rearrange himself into someone socially acceptable. Sorry, he said. Didn't they see you there? He shrugged. Clearly. He laughed. A real laugh. Sort. Surprised. Then sighed. Bad day. Joined the club. That was it. That's how it started. We sat. We didn't look at each other. We talked. He told me about a kid they lost in surgery. He told him about my father's funeral. We didn't compare pain. We just put it on the table between us. And for some reason, with this stranger, it was easy. He had this way of listening. Like he wasn't waiting to talk. Like he actually cared. When he touched my hair, just for a second, to move it out of my face, my whole body reacted like it had been starved. He hated that. He wanted it anyway. He didn't sleep with him that night. Not because I didn't want to. Because I did. Too much. And I knew that feeling. That trap. That pull. That dangerous sense of being seen. So I left. I told myself it was strength. It was fear. A year later, I opened the flower shop. Teeny place. Cracked tiles. Dust everywhere. But it was mine. He called it June and Wild, because I wanted something that felt soft and untamed at the same time. He couldn't afford help. So when this elegant woman walked in one morning and asked if I was hiring, I almost laughed. Her name was Margot Hill. Perfect hair. Perfect posture. Perfect smile. She looked like she belonged in a magazine, not my dusty little dream. She worked like a machine. Organized. Efficient. Keen in a quiet way. We became friends without trying. A few weeks later, she invited me to dinner. We's her husband. And his brother. Guess who his brother was? Lucas Reed. Of course it was. He looked just as surprised as I felt. Then he smiled. Slow. Familiar. Dangerous. Well, he said, I was hoping fate wasn't done with us. Margot rolled her eyes. You two know each other? Sort of, he said. Not really, I said. We both smiled. It was annoying. Dating Lucas felt intense. Not gentle. Not easy. Intense. He paid attention. Too much. Remembered everything. Asked questions no one ever asked me. Made me feel like I was the most interesting thing in the room. He also got jealous. Fast. The first time a guy flirted with me at the shop, Lucas laughed it off. The second time, his jaw tightened. The third time, he stood too close. I don't like people staring at what's mine, he said. It should have scared me. It didn't. It felt like being chosen. Which, in hindsight, is terrifying. They never came back. Not to me. To the city. He saw his name in a food magazine. Big article. Big photo. Big smile. They opened a restaurant. Oakanash. Top 10 new spots in Boston. He stared at that page like it was a ghost. It looked good. Strong. Alive. And then, like the universe enjoys jokes, he walked into the restaurant where Lucas and I were having dinner with Margot and her husband. He didn't see me at first. Then he did. We both froze. 10 years disappeared in one breath. Hey, he said, voice soft. Careful. Hey, I said. Not careful at all. We hugged. Awkward. Too long. Not long enough. Lucas watched. Quiet. Too quiet. Later, in the bathroom, Evan stood there, hands in his pockets, rocking slightly like he used to. You okay? He asked. He nodded. He didn't believe me. He never did. The first time Lucas grabbed me, it was during a fight about nothing. Literally nothing. We were cooking. The pizza burned. The smoke alarm went off. He laughed. He didn't. He reached for the pan, burned his hand, cursed, and then pushed me. Not hard. But hard enough. He hit the counter. We both froze. Oh my God, he said immediately. I'm sorry. He didn't mean, I shook my head. It's fine. It was an accident. He said it first. That should tell you everything. Evan saw the bruise a week later. He didn't say anything at first. He just looked. Longer than necessary. Did he do that? He asked quietly. No, I said too fast. He nodded. Too slowly. Okay. But his jaw tightened. And something dark passed through his eyes. Lucas noticed. Of course he did. He noticed everything. Why does he look at you like that? He asked one night. He doente. He does. It's nothing. You're lying. He laughed. You're paranoid. Ismail. It didn't reach his eyes. The fight at the restaurant was a blur. Evan warning him. Lucas stepping forward. Me in the middle. Voices. Chairs. Hands. And then security. And then silence. The kind that isn't peaceful. The kind that waits. After that, Lucas was perfect. Flowers. Apologies. Promises. He said he'd been stressed. That he loved me. That they never hurt me. He wanted to believe him. So I did. Because believing him meant I didn't have to admit the truth. When he proposed, it was in the hospital hallway, with Margot holding her baby and crying and everyone watching. It was public. Emotional. Impossible to say no. So I said yes. And something in me went very, very quiet. The first time he shoved me down the stairs, I didn't remember it. That's the scariest part. Not the fall. Not the pain. The missing time. He said it was an accident. That I tripped. That he tried to catch me. He nodded. Because I wanted that to be true. When I found out I was pregnant, I cried in the bathroom at the flower shop for 20 minutes. Not because I was happy. Because I was trapped. And because somewhere deep inside, a voice whispered, "You are becoming your mother." He went to Oakenash that night. He didn't plan to. My body just took me there. Evan was in the kitchen. He looked up and froze. "Hey," he said. And for the first time in 10 years, he felt safe. He told him everything. He didn't interrupt. He didn't judge. He didn't fix. He just listened. When I said I didn't know if I could keep the baby, he took a breath like it physically hurt him. "Do you remember that night?" he asked softly. "The bag at the window?" He nodded. "I was going to kill myself," he said. The world stopped. "I didn't," he continued. "Because you knocked. Because someone saw me. Because someone cared." He started crying. Hard. He leaned forward. "For it to mine. You saved me," he said. "Let me help save you." He did not leave Lucas that night. He wished I could say I did, that I packed a bag and walked out and never looked back, but real life is not that clean and healing is not that brave on the first try. He went home. He slept next to him. He told myself I was being dramatic. That is what trauma does. It convinces you that survival is overreaction. Lucas was gentle after that. Careful. Attentive. Almost sweet in this tense, watchful way, like he was afraid of his own hands. He cooked. He asked how I felt. He kissed my forehead before work. And I hated myself for relaxing. Because a part of me wanted to believe him. And part of me already knew better. When Margot told me she was pregnant, she was glowing. Radiant. Safe. Her husband held her like she was made of glass. He smiled. He congratulated her. He meant it. Then I went to the bathroom and threw up. Not from nausea. From grief. The night Lucas found the number in my phone, it was raining. Not dramatic movie rain. Used that steady, annoying drizzle that soaks everything quietly. He was sitting on the bed when I walked in, my phone in his hand. "He's Joe." Tight. "Who is Evan?" he asked. He didn't answer fast enough. That was my mistake. He stood up. Too quickly. Too close. "Why is his number hidden in your case?" he asked, voice low. He swallowed. "Because I knew you would react like this." His laugh was sharp. Sort. "So now it's my fault." "No," I said. "This is not a fight. Please." He stepped forward. He stepped back. And suddenly, I was 16 again, in my father's hallway, counting exits. "Do you love him?" he asked. He didn't answer. And that was the answer. The push was not violent. It was casual. Like swatting a fly. He hit the wall. Harder than I expected. My vision flashed white. Then black. When I woke up, I was on the couch with an ice pack on my head. Lucas kneeling in front of me, eyes wide, panicked. "Oh my God," he said. "You fainted. He tried to catch you." My head was pounding. My stomach twisted. He nodded. Because I was tired. Because I was pregnant. Because I did not have the energy to fight reality anymore. The doctor was calm. So calm. He checked me. He checked the baby. He told me everything looked okay. Then he looked at the bruise on my arm. Longer than necessary. "Are you safe at home?" he asked. Lucas squeezed my hand. He nodded. Again. He went to Ocanesh the next day. Not because I had a plan. Because I had nowhere else to breathe. Evan was in the back, sleeves rolled, hands in dough, focused. When he saw me, his face changed. Not shocked. Not surprised. Concerned. Always concerned. "You okay?" he asked. He sat. He stared. He broke. He told him everything. The push. The stairs. The lies. The baby. The fear. He waited for him to tell me what to do. He did not. He just said, "You do not have to live like this." And for the first time, I believed someone. Margot came to see me a few days later. She did not smile. She did not bring pastries. She sat down across from me in the shop, hands folded, eyes tired. "I know," she said. My stomach dropped. "About Lucas," she continued. "I know." He stared at her. She looked away. "He has always been intense. It scares me sometimes. He thought he was different with you." She paused. "Please be careful." That was it. No defense. No excuses. Used truths. It was the kindest thing anyone had done for me in a long time. Labor was long. Messy. Loud. He screamed. He cried. He begged. He laughed. He hated everyone. He loved everyone. Lucas was there. Holding my hand. Telling me I was strong. And I thought, maybe we can start over. Then my daughter cried. And something in me changed. Not softened. Hardened. Clarified. They placed her on my chest, warm and slippery and perfect, and I knew with absolute certainty that I would burn the world down before I let anyone make her afraid. He named her Elena. After my grandmother. After strength. After survival. Lucas cried. Real tears. Shaking shoulders. He kissed her head like it was sacred. For a moment, he looked like the man I wanted him to be. That is what makes this part hard. We went home. He built the crib himself. Awkward. Careful. Focused. He stood behind me, hands on my stomach, feeling her move, smiling like a kid. "Give me another chance," he said quietly. "I will be better. I swear." He looked at him. Really looked. And saw a man who loved me. And a man who scared me. And a man who did not know how to be gentle when he felt powerless. All in one body. He thought about my mother. About the way she flinched when doors closed. About the way she defended my father. About the way she disappeared. He thought about Evan on the floor. About the sound of bone and breath and rage. About silence. Then I thought about Elena. And everything became very simple. We were sitting in the living room. The baby asleep between us. He turned to Lucas. "Can I ask you something?" He said. "Ismail. Anything. If our daughter came to you one day and said her boyfriend pushed her, scared her, made her feel small, what would you tell her?" He did not hesitate. "I would tell her to leave. Immediately. He would beg her." He nodded. "Even if he said he was sorry?" He asked. "Yes." "Even if he cried?" "Yes." "Even if he promised?" "Yes," he said. "Because that is not love." He swallowed. "Then why is it okay for me?" The room went very still. His smile faded. His breath caught. "I did not say it was okay," he whispered. "But you expect me to stay," I said. He looked at the baby. Back at me. I can change. He nodded. Slowly. I believe you want to, I said. But I do not believe my daughter should be the experiment. His face broke. Tears. Real ones. Loud ones. I love you, he said. I know, I said. That is not enough. The divorce was quiet. No screaming. No court drama. No scenes. Used signatures and silence and a man who looked like he had lost something he did not know how to keep. He still sees Elena. Supervised. Controlled. Safe. He is kind to her. That is complicated. Life after him was not magical. It was small. Tired. Beautiful in quiet ways. Late nights. Early mornings. Cold coffee. Warm baby. My mother came to help. We did not talk about my father. We did not need to. So many things are understood. Margot stayed. Loyal. Gentle. Protective. Evanchacting not intrusive. Used fair. One afternoon, I looked up and he was in the shop, holding Elena like she was made of air. She has your eyes, he said. He smiled. She has your calm. He laughed. Soft. We did not kiss. We did not promise. We just existed. Together. And that was enough. A few months later, I saw Lucas across the street. He did not wave. He did not approach. He just stood there. Watching. Letting me go. And I hoped, for his sake and hers, that he finds peace. Here is the thing no one tells you. Leaving is not the hard part. Believing you deserve better is. Breaking a cycle feels like betrayal when all you have ever known is survival. But one day, you look at your child, and you realize, you are not just choosing for yourself anymore. You are choosing for generations. Sometimes, I see Evan. Sometimes, we talk. Sometimes, we do not. There is history there. Heavy and unresolved and gentle all at once. We do not pretend it did not matter. We just do not let it own us. Maybe one day. Maybe not. That is not the point. The point is, I am not afraid anymore. And neither is my daughter. And that is everything. If you are watching this and you see yourself in any part of this story, if you have ever excused behavior because you love someone, if you have ever stayed because leaving felt like failure, I want you to hear this clearly. Love does not hurt. Love does not scare. Love does not ask you to shrink. And if someone taught you otherwise, they were wrong. Now tell me, do you believe people can truly change, or do you think some patterns are too deep to fix? I want to know what you think. Because stories like this are not just stories. They are happening every day. And someone reading your comment might need your truth more than you realize.